Welcome to Miami, where the Miami Dolphins are hosting your Minnesota Vikings. It's a rainy day. For some reason, they couldn't close this stadium in. I'm pretty sure they can close the top. I think it's retractable, but they decided we're playing in the rain here as we are set up to go at the 27-yard line. And boy, we have had an interesting season. You can see right here, 21 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. We've had highs, we've had lows. The last couple weeks are kind of a combination of that. We lost against the Falcons. It was a close one. Then we went into the bye week, and out of the bye week, we had another rivalry game against the Packers, and we ended up winning that game. We've swept them on the season. We're going to start here with a handoff to Ham for a gain of 3. But there's been a lot of good and bad, and right now the defense in particular of the Vikings, they're playing bad. Now luckily we're playing against the Miami Dolphins, who do not have a very good offense, and the offense for us is also starting off pretty bad. We tried to go deep to Ham and interception. We see the stats for Tua. He's a little bit above 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Doing good in the interception category. Not necessarily the touchdowns or yards category. But our main trouble that we've had kind of since the second half of the season started was the defense. They just are not playing consistently. They're giving up big plays when they shouldn't be. And we're really going to need them to have a turnaround, as looks like the running back for Miami really hurt something on that right-hand side. He was rolling around there. 37 will come in to spell him. We'll get an update as soon as we can. But the defense not playing very well. Poor tackling, poor coverage. That was Gaskins that came in at running back there. But yeah, defense has been struggling. We're going to need to see some improvement. I don't know if it's due to the age of our secondary, that they're just tired. We almost get there with Pierce, and that's a key example of what our issue has been. We get them to third down. We're in close coverage, but we can't force the knockaway or knock it out after he gets the ball. Anything. It's just been big play after big play against us, whether it's deep, medium, or short. And unfortunately right now we're in the final home stretch of the season. It's coming down to the wire. We are tied basically with Seattle for the best record as we finally get a pass breakup there. But yeah, we're tied with Seattle in terms of the best record in the NFC. They have been given the edge. For some reason, they probably beat a team that we had lost to. But yeah, it's a close game. And we luckily get to toss that one out the back and avoid any spectacular touchdown there. But yeah, it's a close one. We have to win out or hope that Seattle messes up as we get the sack from Danielle Hunter on third down. Came from behind. He never even saw him. And that's basically the only good plays that we get from our defense is some sacks by Danielle every now and then. It's been a couple weeks, but Harrison Smith at his new linebacking position will force a fumble. But it's been difficult the past couple weeks. Luckily, it looks like we're going to bend and only break slightly here on the first defensive drive, as they will go for a field goal attempt. And that ball is right down the middle, giving them the lead 3-zip. With, I think it was about a minute and a half left in the first quarter. And when I said a minute and a half, I meant 4 minutes and a half. Just a bit off there, but we'll take the touchback here from Nwangwu. And on offense, we've had some really good plays. Flanagan ended up being just 4 down short of revealing his dev trait. And he had a 100-plus yard performance last week with a nice touchdown in the corner that helped us get the edge over the Packers. But unfortunately, it's just, again, that consistency that we are struggling with. But we have shown that we have the ability when in those tough distances to make a play. We're going to go for Jefferson here, able to get the ball accurately thrown on one of those comebacks. And he throws it a little bit inside, away from the defenders. Jefferson gets the snag for 27 yards. And the offense is in a much better place than the defense, so I will give them the credit where it is due. We have some young talent, or some middle-aged talent in terms of the NFL, as we don't get much on the draw there. But the offense future looks a lot brighter. We're going to have Cook for a few more years of his prime. Saunders has shown that he has true talent. We're going to find Thielen, just kidding. overpassed as soon as I was saying that we've seen some good play from Saunders. Not necessarily right there, but yeah, we've seen him have the... I didn't know this was going to be a handoff. I thought it was a pass. Well, and they're saying that we can't kick the field goal. They're wanting us to punt. I would hate to punt from here, so let's just go for it. Why not? See if we can find Flanagan across the middle, and we do. Nice hands for the big man. Gets the reception, gets us down to the 24-yard line, and a first down. But like I was saying prior to the couple bad plays, we have some really talented young guys. Dalvin Cook we're going to have for a few more years. Justin Jefferson is fantastic. Saunders has shown good potential, although he definitely needs to work on some of his decision making. Whether that's his or mine, it's yet to be decided. But yeah, we have potential here on their offense. On defense, it's aging. Most of our secondary is 29 years and older, the oldest being 35. Same kind of goes for the defensive line as Flanagan sneaks in, toe tap it along the sideline, and the young man is in for his 7th touchdown on the season. He is now our leading touchdown reception guy. He's a rookie tight end. Haven't had a great rookie tight end since Kyle Rudolph, who ended up actually playing earlier in the year versus the Giants. But what a fantastic snag. Just skirts the sideline and is into the end zone. And he is another one of those guys that's young talent that we can build around, as well as Dalton Smith, as that kick almost was not completed. That would have been Young Hoku's first miss out of 46 on extra points, but it did sneak back in, and we are up 7-3. But yeah, that's about precisely what we've seen from the Vikings. When the offense makes a mistake, they can typically come back the next time out and make up for it. Defense, however, as we see here with another big run by Bynes, 14 yards on first down, there's a consistent inconsistency, and it typically leans towards the bad. Now, we did have a couple weeks where the defense was lights out, one of those being against the Cowboys, where they only scored, I think, 10 points the whole game, and they were one of the toughest teams in terms of overall that we played against this year. But teams like this, where the Dolphins 77 overall, and we're struggling, versus the Cowboys, who are like an 87, held them down pretty well. So we're definitely going to focus on the defense in the offseason. See if we could get a bit younger, keep our talent level. If it does go down a little bit, at least we know that there's room to grow. But to start the second quarter here, we are coming out in our double A gap blitz here. And they are going to run it, and they run it well enough. They get the yards they need, no more, and that's what all teams have been doing against us, just getting what we allow. I'm always curious if you guys watching have a specific defensive guy that you would like to see me maybe trade for, see if he's available in free agency, if there's someone on the defense that you're ready to see go. We almost get the sack there from Wanham. He ends up jumping over a down running back, which evidently slowed him down enough to have Tua avoid the sack there. But again, a lot of those close plays where we're so close but just far enough, and those underneath coverages, we just can't do it. And that was what our focus was actually on this week during practice, was short pass game. We're tired of getting beat underneath. And I normally, we tried to choose a gap there. He ended up getting back to the other one. Luckily, only a gain of 5 on that one. Yeah, we tried to play some press coverage, play underneath, but we really struggle making sure we get those underneath cover guys down farther enough to actually break up passes. And that's really where our defense gets beat, is just long, consistent drives like Miami's putting together right here. Not that I'm trying to take any credit away from other teams. They're doing what they need to do. Great play calling on their part as they find Gesicki on yet another underneath route. And it's not like our defensive coordinator isn't trying to change things up at all. We've run all sorts of coverage. Cover 2, as we do get a pass break up there, but there is a flag. And they're going to call pass interference on our first good breakup. I thought it was pretty well timed, but they're going to get the ball down at the 7. You know, we've tried all sorts of different coverage. Man, cover 2, cover 3. We would throw in a little bit of cover 6. We bring some man blitz, zone blitz. And it all ends up the same as Miami. gets into the end zone. Number 13 back in the game. That's Edmonds for his first rushing touchdown of the day and hopefully his last. And with that field goal, Miami will take the lead. Currently up 10-7. We did get a nice return by Nwangwu, setting us up to go from the 34. We get a nice run from Dalvin, showing a little bit of the power as he powers through an arm tackle. And Dalvin honestly has been pretty good this year. He has around 15, I think, rushing touchdowns. He does only have one fumble, which is pretty nice. We're going to go for that. Again, those comeback routes. Struggling. We're going to set up here in the ham formation, but this time we're not going to go to ham. We're going to use him to set up the blocking, and Cook gets just enough. Make sure we get the first down and keep this drive going. And of course, we like to set up the run game a bit to help us in the passing game here. That's what we're going to try to do here. See if we can find anyone deep. Got one-on-one deep, at least for now. Now there's like 14 guys there, and they end up getting the... And you're telling me, with Adam Thielen on him, he doesn't go down? We went for it there, seeing if we could get lucky, and we definitely did not. Well, we went for it on offense. Let's go for it on defense. Double A gap blitz. Daniil hits home, taking him down at about the 2-yard line. Was hoping he would scramble, we would get him into the end zone, but we'll take the loss of 8. Why not? Let's try send a bit of a blitz again. See if we could hit home here. Good stop there by Pierce, able to slow him down enough. Ibukum gets the tackle, and we hit the 2-minute warning. Again, Vikings down 10-7. And on 3rd and 15, looks like they're in a rushing formation. We're going to set up for the pass, though, just because we don't trust it. And we don't get there. 3rd and 15, and they get 16 yards on a handoff. The Vikings defense has to find a way to stop collapsing on those downs. You do so well 1st and 2nd. You can't do that bad on 3rd. Harrison Smith doesn't even look like he hits Gesicki. Bounces right off, gets a gain of 6. Clock draining. They're in an empty set. Going to set up for the pass here. We got Harrison Smith on Gesicki. And what was that game? I had him set to go backwards, and it threw me forwards. Madden being Madden, I'm telling you. Either way, though, big gain to Gesicki, setting them down to the 28-yard line with a minute left. And if you've been playing Madden for a long time, you know that they do not like the Vikings playing well. And we're seeing some of that coming forth here, where we're just not able to do a whole lot on defense. Going to rely a lot on our offense in this game. So we've got to rely on the offense and rely on Daniil Hunter getting about 5 sacks a game. And we're going to send him on this one. No one blocks. They get the pass away, and they throw the flag for a late hit, too. It's just stacking up. Well, they come out in an empty set, so let's try to rush them again. And Daniil's off the edge, and he does hit home. 3rd sack on the game. It's only the first half. Granted, we're still losing. We need to start forcing some of these incompletions or sacks into some fumbles or something. As Wanham gets there for, I believe, his maybe 6.5 on the season. Going to set up a 3rd and very long from the 24. And with that set, we'll have the DBs back, and we're going to bring the blitz again. And barely. What? They say touchdown. I saw him hit before he crossed the plains. Of course, we can't challenge it with it being inside 2 minutes. We're going to need the booth review for that. But it's all Miami right now. And they're not even going to challenge it or even take a second look at it. They say it's good. This is going to put Miami up 17-7 with 8 seconds left in the first half. And, well, we all know what we like to do when there's a lot of yards to gain. We're going to send DJ Chark deep. He's fully covered. There's no one to go to. We'll just dump this off here to Osborne, and he'll get out of bounds. We have 1 second left, so we can try again. And we're going to switch Osborne back to the outside. And we're just going to send Osborne. Did I say Osborne? I said Chark to the outside. We're going to have Chark, Osborne, and Jefferson all going deep. We'll just chuck it to Jefferson, see if he could do something here. He got the catch. Doesn't get the touchdown, and your Vikings will go into halftime down 17-7, and it's looking rough. Taking a quick look at the stats as the teams head into the locker room, and it's all Miami. 2 takeaways, more passing yards, double amount of rushing yards. We got some work to do. Let's check out how some other teams are doing. Green Bay and the Lions. Close game, 14-7. Packers up with about 20 seconds left before halftime. Going all the way to the East Coast, we got Baltimore and the Bills. 17-7, Bills up just before halftime. And be an interesting game here. Both teams playing fairly similarly. And a little bit north, Seattle and the Jets. Come on, Jets. We need you here. 24-10, Seattle up at half. And to add insult to injury, the Vikings kicking off to start the second half here. So they're definitely going to need to force some sort of turnover, a 3-and-out, get a quick score. But either way, something's got to breathe some life into this team. Start the first drive from Miami. They come out in a spread set. 2 receivers to the left, Gesicki, and another receiver to the right. And they have just a simple handoff. Tomlinson there to slow him down. Dantzler gets the tackle, only a gain of 1. Pretty solid. We're going to come out here in a man coverage form here. They got 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends set. And they're going to run down the middle. We got to get the tackle a little bit sooner there and have them blow the whistle. The dude has been down for an age. They finally do, only a gain of maybe inches. We're going to quickly check out of our original call here. Have Smith cover a bit more of the yardage here. And just nothing. Poole can't do anything. We're going to make an adjustment and switch Poole and Verrett. We have got to find ways to stop giving up those 3rd and long completions. We got to force the turnovers, I guess. That's the only way we could really do anything. Tackle broken in the backfield. Can't strip the ball there, but we do get them down after a gain of 3. They're coming out in an empty set, so we will match them with a cover 3 look here. They're going to dump it off underneath to Gesicki. No one will cover underneath no matter how many times I tell them, and Gesicki keeps breaking tackles. This is looking rough for the Vikings. I was thinking we would come in here, high-powered offense. They have a good defense, but they don't have a good offense, but their offense is making us look awful right now. Michael Pierce gets the tackle, gain of about 5. Going to make an adjustment here in the double A gap look, but we're going to do some coverage here. Sit underneath. Joyner and Poole should not both be down the field covering. They have a specific set for them to cover underneath, but they're just not doing it. At this point, I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and let all these DBs go after this season because they are not getting the job done. Harrison Smith does get the stop, only a gain of 1 on that play. And a few times this year we have been able to force a red zone turnover, and we're desperately needing one of those right now. Harrison Smith and Eric Kendricks team up on that stop, and on 3rd down they come out in a bunch form to the right. We're going to send Joyner down a little bit. And they have the screen pass set up. Harrison Smith there to slow him down, and Verrett forces him out. Will at least force a field goal. And we are currently down 13 points. It's a wet day, but they're going to force us to make some passes here. We're going to find Thielen across the middle. Not many people are covering underneath, and we're going to need to run a bit of a hurry up here because we don't have much time to get the scores here that we need. We're going to get the ball to Flanagan. He holds on, takes the hit, brings us down to the 35, and we're going to keep this train rolling. See if we could find that target that just gets us to where we need to be. Saunders tried to roll out, scramble, but Agba, he comes in, gets the sack, 2nd and 15. Going to switch it up a little bit, come out in our 4 receiver set, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. I'm looking at Osborne here, see if he could get the inside. And he really doesn't, but there's open room to run if we could get past 92 and out of bounds. However, we need to keep Saunders up. He's looking a little tired out there, but we do get the first. Of course, don't want to forget too much about Dalvin, but we definitely have to hurry things up and get into the end zone as quickly as we can. Going to run the ball here. He gets a broken tackle, cuts up field, maybe gains about a yard, but a flag does come down. And that's just going to back us up even more. Holding on the young tight end, Michael Lucas. One positive thing, it did stop the clock, allow the team to catch their breath a little bit, but only for a second, and we lost track of time there. Going to head this into fourth quarter now. But we're going to try the same play. Come right back, same formation, see if we could get Chark deep. Not seeing anything there. And going to be another sack. This is going to be a second and very long. I'd say things are definitely not coming up Millhouse right now. We are struggling and trying to find something that we could do here to get us where we need to be. That definitely should have been some pass interference. But we unfortunately do not get that call. Guy was all over him, shoving him, and he never even touched the ball. Let's see if we could find out something here. Going to try to go for... And you're saying that he picked that off? It's just downhill for the Vikings right now. Miami takes the field here, already up 13. 6 minutes left in this game. Not too sure there's going to be much more the Vikings can do. They're going to need some big plays, and big plays very soon. Miami comes out in a tight formation. Looks like we have 3 receivers set out there. Eric Kendricks, big hit. No fumble, though. I will give Kendricks some props on that. It was a nice hit. We'd definitely like to see the ball at least pop out. Whether we recover it or not, it's a whole different story. But we need something, and at least we got to stop here. Going to bring up a 4th and 5. We'll watch the punt return here. Maybe Nwangwu can spark some life into this team, get us a good return. Looks like he's going to have some option here. Maybe gets about 10 yards. And the Vikings are going to need a quick drive here. However, we haven't seen them put together very many quick drives recently. Going to have a receiver out on the edge, bit overthrown, but he gets his feet in and out of bounds. And I believe that was maybe only the second catch on the year for Osborne. Haven't seen much of him so far this year. Going to try that deep to not Jefferson, to Thielen, and yeah, just not our day. Overthrown, picked off by Jones there. Thought Thielen might have had an option to, or the ability to jump up, try to at least get the catch, knock it away, something, but it looks like a perfect pass to the corner. Maybe safety. And now hopefully this is not of what's to come the rest of the year. Fantastic beginning of the year, but sliding tremendously in the second half. We're going to get the kind of the stop. Gesicki just went ahead and laid down. Definitely could have gained more on that, but we'll take it. It was a positive for us, I guess. See what they do here. They're going to start the run. We definitely had overcorrected to the left-hand side, but they didn't get back to the right, so only a first down. Of course, they're probably just going to be trying to drain the clock, especially after we get under the 3-minute mark here, and I wouldn't blame them. Wouldn't want anything crazy to happen. Looks like Tomlinson gets the tackle after a gain of 4 on that previous play there. Going to change up to our double A-gap look here. Bring Joyner down, see if we can maybe force a fumble or something. But they just get all the blocks, and that looks like another first down. And they do get the first down on that play, and we're going to hit the 2-minute warning. Next to no time left for the Vikings to put up points. They're down 13. Luckily, we do still have 3 timeouts, but it's going to be tough to try to use the timeouts while also making sure we get 13 points. We're going to start calling them early. Now brings up a 2nd and 8. We're going to bring the safety down. Try to bring as much pressure as we can. Maybe force a pass to be intercepted, fumbled. Or they're going to run the opposite way, get about 20, 30 yards. Gesicki came up a little a little injured or something on that play. Unfortunate, considering it looks like they're going to win this game. Gesicki didn't end up going to the locker room, so some positives there for the Miami, but never nice to see one of your star guys go out, and that's going to be a touchdown. Right down the middle, nothing doing for the Vikings. Going to extend the lead 27-7. Probably will be one of our worst losses since the early Jets game. And for some reason, they want to go up by even more, so that's fun. See if they end up running or passing, and they are going to pass. Luckily, the guy went out of the end zone, so they technically don't get that conversion, but this game's all but over. Most likely, we're just going to come out here, see the Vikings chuck it, see if they could get anything positive, as they're going to have a penalty on the first play. Saunders just chucked that one away, still took the hit, and we get the penalty. Well, you know, some days you just don't have it, and today the Vikings just do not have it. They do have Osborne, who streaks open. He beats one guy 20, 10, 5, touchdown. There's something. First touchdown of the year for Osborne. It's not going to help us in this game, but there's some positives for you. And, you know, we're already down big, so why not go for it? Might be a game later on where we need to convert one of these, and now's a good time to see if we can. Not seeing anyone there. Gonna chuck it out last moment, and of course it's intercepted. And Bradbury gets injured on the play. That's not good. Most likely Smith, if it's a long-term, Smith would move over to center, and Ezra Cleveland would take back his guard spot. And we're going to go for the onside because we like to have fun here. See if Koo can do anything. Not a good kick. Didn't even go the 10 yards needed. Miami's going to pick up that ball and run this clock out. And luckily, there's not too much of insult to injury. Just an elbow sprain for Bradbury. Could have been worse. And because I want to see some big hits, we're going to engage 8. Telling them that there's a blitz or run down the middle. And we're just going to send everybody. Half expected that to be a touchdown, but it is what it is. And we're just going to keep having fun with that. This time we're just going to say run to the right. And I was right. It was a run to the right. Of course, not much there. Bring up a 2nd and 10, and let's try it again. And we're going to take a timeout. We're going to make him run a play here or take a knee. And they do come out in the knee, so we'll just let this game go. They end up doubling our points on the day. It was an awful performance all the way around for the Vikings. As we see the clock hit 0. We're going to head to the locker room, pack up, fly back to Minnesota, and try to figure out something because we cannot let the slide continue. Luckily, we had a lot of passing yards, next to no rushing yards, and we had 4 turnovers, so it's about what you would expect from this game. But at least the Miami fans can celebrate a bit. And hey, I did say there would be some sort of positive from that game. And due to that touchdown, KJ Osborne gets a boost here. We're going to hit the route running for him, just because every receiver needs a good boost to their route running. We're going to get +3 deep, 1 to medium and short, and 1 to awareness. Now, unfortunately, he's already 25 years old, will be 26 next year. If these were the stats of a receiver that was maybe 23, I would say he could have a future, but that's not what we have here. And as we sim on over to the next week, we're still up 3 games in the NFC North. Let's take a look at the playoff picture. We're still holding that number 2 spot over here. Seattle, they still have the lead there. We need to take a look to see what they are looking like, see what the split is. And as we take a look here at the NFC, or not NFC, the NFL spots here, Bengals 11-2, Seahawks 11-2, Vikings 10-3. So they're up 1 game. We're going to need them to drop 2 games for us to most likely jump up. They've already clinched the NFC playoffs. We still have a shot to get ahead of them, but we're going to need some help. But of course, for us to also need that help, we need to do our part. And our part starts with San Francisco, 7-6. Their offense is much better than Miami's, which we struggled against. Their defense is worse, but we struggled mightily last week, or technically in this video. But we're going to need some changes to show up real quick. Most likely in this next game, I'm going to try to give it to Dalvin. Let Dalvin cook it and see what we could do. Maybe that takes a little bit of pressure off of Saunders, able to rest his arm a little bit before the playoffs. Not sure. Defense-wise, there's really nothing that we can do besides like we did in that game, switching Poole and Verrett. Don't think it really did much, but our number twos are awful, so we can't switch anyone out, really. So we're just going to have to see if this team could bounce back. And to see if this team bounces back, you're going to need to stick around. So if you're enjoying these, whether it's wins or losses, make sure you're hitting that like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, all that fun YouTube stuff. And you'll get notified whenever we are going up next. Like I said in previous episodes, we post these every Thursday, Saturday, and Monday. If you follow me on Twitter, BigBearB_gaming, then you'll be notified of when I post these if you don't hit that bell notification. You also find out when I go live, whenever my fiance and I play a little bit of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So make sure you're following on Twitter if you would like to see those updates. But until next time, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see ya. Bye.